Hi, everybody. Again, Sarah Edwards. I'm really sorry. For some reason, it's not showing that I am live on my computer. So I am just going to chit chat for, oh, and it did pop up on the second one. So I am so sorry. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday evening Facebook Live. If you haven't known me for a while, technology and I do not get along. So I pretty much had a panic there and I turned the machine off. So I'm so sorry. So I see some friends logging on. Hello, everybody. I will go back in and delete that since it was my error. We actually were live. But good evening. Hello, Susan. Hello, Donna. I am going to just walk into the back really quick and turn my fan off. I don't know if it will make a difference, but I don't want any static in the background, so hold tight. It's a little warm where I do the Facebook Lives, so I like to have a fan going, but I forgot to turn it off before we started. So hello, everybody. Good evening, Bev. So I don't know if you guys know, but today is the kickoff for the Holiday Mini and the Celebration Catalog. So it went live today, and we are going to be playing with one of the celebration items, actually two of the celebration items, that you can get for free for each $50 order. If you don't have a catalog, please feel free to send me a message and I will get you a catalog out in the mail. I'm actually heading out tomorrow. Thank goodness, I actually went out today. Sorry, long story. I went out today and my battery died in my car. Thank goodness I was able to make it home. But then I pulled it into the garage for my husband to look at it, and yeah, my car is completely dead. So I had to go buy a new battery today. So long story short, I am going out tomorrow, and I can drop one in the mail. So good evening, everybody. I am just going to see, okay, we are live. I think everything is good. Sorry for that little mishap if you guys logged into the other account or the other Facebook Live. We are good and ready to go. Okay, I'm going to point you down because I have lots to show you guys today. So this is the new mini catalog. It is July through December. It's actually August through December. They had to push it back a month. And here is the celebration. So if you're new to Stampin' Up! And you don't know what celebration is, for each $50 order, you can pick something for free out of this catalog. So we have beautiful glimmer paper that we're actually going to be using on Saturday's class. We have the designer series paper that matches the penguin set, and I'm going to show you a little bit of that later. We have Feels Like Home stamp set, more designer series paper. You can see these little codes up here in the corner. So this one says with a $50 purchase, you can get this for free. Some of them do say with a $100 purchase, so this one. So when you get $100, you get this die for free. And it matches, it actually coordinates with the stamp set that's in the catalog. And I actually have a big class that I'm featuring that one on. So you'll be getting lots of information about the celebration stuff coming up soon. So this is the mini catalog and we can finally show it. I'm so excited. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I forgot to show what we were going to play with today. So let me bring back in the celebration catalog. We are playing with this set. So the counting sheet dies and the counting sheet stamp set. So that's what we're going to be playing with today. But let me show you. I actually bookmarked, hopefully I bookmarked the correct pages. So on page 62 of your mini catalog, it is the stamp set. It's called Well Defined. I literally fell in love with this stamp set the second I saw the catalog. I love this sentiment, is my ultimate favorite out of all of them. Now granted, the other four are amazing as well, but I love that one. It's gratitude, the feeling in my heart when I think of you. I absolutely love that sentiment. So I decided to create a class focusing on, I didn't bookmark the right page, focusing on the well-defined, and hold on, let me flip to this, see if I can find the correct page. Sorry, I thought I was all prepped and prepared, and then reality sets in that I wasn't. Okay, so these are the two that I'm featuring early. I did send the email out a couple weeks early just because I'm pretty sure this set is going to go on back order. And I want you guys to have it in your hot little hands before it goes on back order. So it's the Penguin Place bundle and then the well-defined stamp set. This is an add-on that you can choose to add on if you want. You don't have to. But let me show you the cards that you guys are going to be making. So the Penguin set is not holiday. It's all going to be universal birthday. So these are the cards. And these ones you're going to make 2 of each of them. And you will get this enough supplies for the envelopes also. And then there's this one, and you open up and you have some hearts on the inside. So you'll make 2 each of these guys. And then on the well-defined set, you'll be getting 1 each, but you'll also have enough to do your envelopes. So there's the Halloween, there's the Christmas, there's the holiday, a reason to eat more. Oh, I love that one too. Winter, and then there's the gratitude. So these ones you're going to get 1 each, so you'll make 5 of these ones, 1 sentiment per card. And then the penguin, you'll get 2 cards of each. So hopefully I said everything correctly. So those are the cards that we're going to be doing, and that's the class to go. And I just sent the email out this morning, so you can definitely register for that. But let me bring in what we're going to be playing with today. It is counting sheep, and oh, these guys are so cute. And they came out with the matching dies. So, I mean, it's backwards, but it goes this way. So, oh, you know what? I lied. It was the wrong sheep. So there's that one. There's this guy. There's that sheep. And then you have the birthday top hat as well. And you also get balloons and clouds, a sun, the fence, and a little flag. So it is a super cute set. And usually Stampin' Up! Does not do dies for a $50 purchase. So I was really shocked that this was free with a $50 purchase. So let's bring in the card we're going to be making. And I want to let you guys know it really killed me, but we are not doing a Magenta Madness or the polished pink card today. I did have it in my hot little hands wanting to do one, and I was like, nope, we are not going to do that today. So this card, this is the Granny Apple Green and Pacific Point. So I thought those two colors paired nicely together. And the card, we're actually going to make 2. The first one, we're going to cut all the pieces out that we need. And then the second one, I have already cut everything. So these are the scraps that we're going to need. So let's bring in our card base. So this is a basic white. I hope my coloring is okay. It kind of seems like it's a little dark, and I'm not quite sure why. So hopefully you guys can see this okay. So this is a piece of our Whisper, or a basic white, and it cut 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it right in half at 5 1/2. And then we have Just Jade, and this is 5 by 4 1/4. We have Bumblebee, that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we have our basic white that is 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. So everything is 1/4 of an inch smaller, so it layers beautifully together. And you do want some scrap pieces, and the dimensions and sizes, it doesn't really matter on these guys. Just go ahead and grab some of your scraps, because we're going to be cutting the balloons and the sentiment and stuff out of it. And the crumb cake, we are going to be cutting the fence post. Okay, so let's do a little bit of stamping before we bring in the embossing machine, and we'll try to cut everything all at once. So I have the little party hat. I'm just going to ink it up in some mementos. And I'm going to actually just stamp a couple extra. When the dies are super tiny like that, I find that when I run it through the embossing machine that sometimes it shifts on me, and then I get a little annoyed. So I like to have a couple extra just to be safe. So I'm going to bring in my Just Jade ink, or my Just Jade marker, and my Mango Melody. We don't have the Bumblebee, so you just want to grab one of the yellows that you do have. So I'm just going to color opposites. I'm just going to color the circles on one, and then I'm going to do the inside of the other, just so they're opposite. And I'm using the thicker ends, just because I feel like sometimes I have a tiny bit more movement with the smaller end. Usually I color with the thicker end. There we go. So there's those two. I actually really think that's the only thing we need to color. Everything else we can just run through the embossing machine. So let's scoot that aside. Let me bring in the embossing machine. Let me scoot you back a hair so this is not right up in your guys' nose. Oops, that's a little too far. And yeah, I think that's as far as it's gonna go. I moved my Facebook Live table around. I keep moving it around. I just need to leave it alone. And I think my camera is really close to my table. So I definitely apologize. Had I known it was going to be like this, I probably just would have left it alone until after. So I do have a piece of washi tape on the end of this guy. After cutting a few of them out, I did find if I held it down, it didn't shift as bad. But if you don't have any washi tape, definitely cut some extra out. You'll thank me later, I promise. And the shape I'm using is from the, I just lost the name of it. Can someone help me with the name of that shape? It is, I'll think of it, I promise. So we only need one of those guys. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut another one of the hats. So I'm just going to cut this really quick, and then we will do, actually what we can probably do is bring in our other two pieces and we can cut at the same time. So let me grab the balloon. So we're going to do a Just Jade balloon, and that guy's already smashed down with the washi tape, so he's not going to move. And I always run it through twice, just for good measures. Good measure, not measures. I'm just a mess today. So I'll just chit chat while I'm running these through. So last night I decided to make meatloaf for dinner, and it's one of my husband's favorite meals. So I was super excited that it turned out so good. And there was plenty for leftovers for tonight. So we cleaned up dinner, put everything away. So I thought I put everything away. Wake up this morning. Nope, the meatloaf was sitting on the counter. I forgot to put it away. So Bo had to make us another dinner tonight. Since I cooked last night, he cooked tonight. So that's my day. I was quite annoyed when I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning to find the meatloaf still sitting there. And some things I would probably just pretend that I didn't know that I left it out, but meatloaf is one of them that I wasn't going to take the chance. Okay, so let's get back to crafting. So now I have our piece of basic white that we are going to do a little bit of stamping on. Oh, I forgot to cut this. Hold on. Let me just cut it really quick, and then I won't have to bring the machine back in. The other one, if we have time to do the other one, it is already pre-cut and ready to go. Okay, that didn't take that long. Okay, so now we're back to stamping on our basic white. I didn't bring a piece of our grid paper over, so I'm just going to use the center of this because we're going to cover it up anyways. Nobody will ever know that we put some ink on it. So I'm going to take my first little sheet, I'm going to ink him up, and I'm going to stamp him kind of towards the top. And then I'm going to scoot my basic white over a little bit because I don't want to ink up my surface. So now I'm just going to come in here and just stamp half of him. And then I'm going to scoot my paper back over, ink up his hiney, and stamp his buns right there. That's all the stamping we're going to be doing. And let me put the lid on that so I can make sure I don't put my arm in it. This one is the pale papaya, and I'm just going to come in and color his hooves. and his nose. And remember, when you are using blender pens, you definitely want to make sure you're using Mementos ink. It's the only ink that will not bleed. All your other inks, if you use, will bleed. So it just takes a quick second to color his hooves and face. And this was our lightest flesh color that I could find. So there we go. Easy peasy, right? So let's bring in the fence, and I just, oh, there's my little tool. I'm just gonna poke it out and it all pulls out super easy. This is gonna go right in the center, and then we have our balloons that we're going to offset. So you're gonna do a bumblebee balloon and a just jade. We're gonna make it where you don't see the little tails. And then we're just gonna do a just jade on this side. So super cute, right? And it's pretty easy. So what I did is I just came in and I put some adhesive on the back. I probably did go overkill. It's not gonna go anywhere. And then I just went ahead and tucked this up underneath. And you will probably get a little bit of adhesive on your fingers. But it's not tragic either. And this one I'm going to lift up just a hair so I can put this one right up underneath it. Perfect. So that is down. So what I'm going to do is hold this and I'm going to put a tiny bit of adhesive on the back of the balloons. And now we can set this down. And you still have a little bit of wiggle room that you could pull your balloons apart if you wanted to. There we go. Look how easy this is, and it's super cute. So let's go ahead and grab our sentiment, and I brought over some Just Jade ink. And I have So Glad It's Your Birthday. Ink that up, stamp it right in the center. And I thought white on white I love, but I thought it just needed a tiny bit of pizzazz. So I just brought in my sponge, and I usually cut these in quarters, but I didn't this time. So I'm just going to sponge the edges. Just kind of gives it a little bit of a pop. And then we can flip that over, put some dimensionals on, and we can glue this bad boy together. So hopefully you guys liked this set. It was one of my favorite. I actually had it at the July retreat and I played with it and I made a couple cards out of it, and it's super fun. Okay, so now we can just start gluing our pieces together. And another little tip, if you didn't have enough scrap pieces for your balloons, don't cut a new piece for just scraps. Use the backing of, or use these guys, these pieces, because you're going to cover it up. Nobody's ever going to know. Like this one where I stamped on, no one's ever going to know that I stamped on that, except everybody who's watching the Facebook Live, because I covered it right up. So you could definitely cut your balloons out of those pieces as well. So there we go. Let's fold our cardstock. Flip this over so it's the right way. We don't glue our card front to the back side of our card. Add some adhesive. And there we go. Last but not least, let's grab our little hats. And you do want your mini glue dots. I only have 1 million of them on my desk and only one over here, so we're going to have to open a new one. So just put a mini glue dot on the back of that, peel the backing off, and put the little party hats on. There we go. Super cute and super fun and super easy. Okay, let's do one more. It looks like we have enough time. And everything's already pre-cut and ready to go, so all we have to do is do a little bit of stamping and coloring, and we'll be done. So let's pull in these two pieces just so I can stamp on it. Let me grab the little sheet and our mementos. We're going to stamp him in the center. Scoot our paper over. And if you have grid paper underneath you, you really don't have to scoot it over. I just didn't bring any over. There we go. Perfect. That is done. We are done with the mementos, I think. Let's grab our little flesh tone. Color his little feet. And his nose and face. There we go. Almost done. And you could really heat emboss this guy if you stamped him on some crushed crumb cake cardstock and then heat emboss them in white. That would be super pretty as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some adhesive on the back. And the colors, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you the colors. This one I am doing Gorgeous Grape and Coastal Cabana. Those are the two colors I picked for this one. Who's surprised that we're not doing a Magenta Madness or a Polished Pink card? Pretty sure everybody is. And you could really put a mini glue dot on the back of this as well, so you wouldn't get your fingers all sticky. There we go. And let's just set this down. Thank you for all the hearts and the smiles. I love it. And if you forget to put some adhesive on the back, no worries. Just lift up the little balloons and they go back down pretty easy. So I didn't do that before I set it down. But no worries, there's always a fix. There we go. Let's stamp our sentiment. I brought over the Gorgeous Grape. Let me clean off the sentiment really quick because I don't want to cross-contaminate my ink. I'm going to stamp that right in the center. Flip it over. I got a little edge left, so let's use that up. Perfect. Oh, let's grab our sponge. I just used the other side. We're just going to give this a quick little color. It doesn't take much ink to get on this little piece. Perfect. And now we can start gluing it together. Let me close that so I don't put my finished card in it. And if you're afraid that you're going to see part of the sheet that you used, you can flip it over. And it is actually will be on the card base side, so you'll definitely never see it. There we go. Perfect. Let's bring our card base in. Fold and give it a good crease. There we go. Two super cute and fun cards. Let's flip these over. Oh, I can't get my nail under it. There it is. Grab a mini glue dot. And now pick these up and put it on our card. And I offset the colors to match the card stock colors that I used. So this is Gorgeous Grape and Coastal Cabana. Gorgeous Grape, Coastal Cabana. This one is Just Jade and Bumblebee. And my original card, let's see if I can fit all of these in here. My original card is Granny Apple Green and Pacific Points. So there you go. There is your fun and cute cards for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed them. I will probably flip my screen back over to the other way because I think it was a little dark, so I do apologize for that. But thanks for sticking with me. And hopefully everybody has a great day. I will be up for a few more hours. If you guys need anything, please feel free to let me know. And if you don't have the new catalog, please feel free to reach out and I will get one into the mail for you tomorrow. I think actually I saw Donna, somebody say that they needed the catalog. So yes, I will definitely get you a new catalog. Okay, we'll talk to you guys soon, and I will see you on Thursday for another fun, cute card. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.